welcome and thank you for being here. This series is a gentle journey through the Bhagavad Gita, an invitation to rediscover your inner strength and reconnect with timeless wisdom that still speaks to our lives today. Wherever you're starting from, you're welcome in this space. The Bhagavad Gita offers profound teachings on courage, duty, and self-realization, guidance for the moments when life feels uncertain and our confidence wavers. It reminds us that strength is not something we earn, it's something we remember. For women navigating modern pressures and expectations, these teachings can feel especially grounding, calling us back to our steady center and our divine wisdom. In every verse, there's a quiet reassurance. You're capable, you are guided, and you are not alone. To every woman watching, your strength is real, your wisdom is deep, and your presence matters. The Gita doesn't ask you to become powerful. It helps you to recognize the divine strength already within you and the divine wisdom you carry through every season of life. When challenges arise, its teachings offer steady guidance and the courage to face life's battles with clarity, dignity, and faith. Let this be a space where you remember who you are again and again. You are stronger than you know. You are wiser than you remember. This journey is your reminder. If this speaks to you, join us. Subscribe, share your reflections, and let's learn together as a community. In each episode, we'll explore key verses and the practical applications, bringing the Gita's wisdom into everyday choices, relationships, and inner growth. Come as you are, and let's walk this path, one verse, one insight, one brave step at a time.
Oh, thank you for admitting, Mom.
You're welcome. I was going to leave her out.
I put it on the laptop so she's going to be able to think.
Yeah.
Oh, like. No. Yeah. There you go. So I leaving this on.
And who's your friend? You said you were going to bring your friend. You're on mute. You're on mute.
See, I get them all as forget things.
So good. And who's your friend? You said she's an expert.
It's a girl from our temple.
Which temple is that?
The Krishna Mandir.
The Krishna
From our
Mandir?
temple.
You forgot your temple?
That's a say all along an angle. Oh, she's on mute.
Hi, how are you?
I'm okay. Sit around.
Sit around.
Sit around.
All right.
So
So we're-
experts are in there.
That's wonderful. All right. So, Chan, are you going to lead us?
No worries.
No worries.
So then, we have to start with prayers first, right, Ria?
Yeah, secret.
I do one, you do the other one. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, let's start. Om Gachananam Tapisa Omausatam Shoka Vinashakarikum Namami Viganeshwara Pankajam.
Shri Rama Rameti Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tatuyam Rama Nama Vanarame Hari Om Shanti 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 Hari Om.
Thank you both.
Okay, so first chapter, first verse of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. At least you have to start from the beginning, right, Ria?
Yes. So everybody has a copy?
Yeah. Megan, do you have yours?
Yes, I have
Yes.
the.
Yes. Chapter 1, verse 1. Yep. Let's go read.
Chapter 1, verse 1. Chapter 1 is
Yeah.
entitled Observing the Armies on the Battle of Kurukshetra.
Mm-hmm.
So the first word is Dhritarashtra Uvacha. And that means Dhritarashtra said. Uvacha means said. Dharma
Mm-hmm.
Chetre Kuru Chetre Samveta Yututsava. Mamaka Pandavaschaiva Kim Akorvata Sanjaya. So
Yep.
what I'm going to do, I'm going to say one word by one word, and I'm going to give you the meaning of each word.
Yes.
Dhritarashtra Uvacha.
Mm-hmm.
Dhritarashtra said. Dharma Chetre, the land of Dharma.
Yeah.
Kurukshetra, at Kurukshetra. Samveta, having gathered. Yuyut Sava, desire to fight.
Yeah.
So that's the first line. Dhritarashtra Uvacha, Dharma Chetre Kurukshetre Samveta Yuyutsava. The next line.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mamaka, my sons. Pandava, the sons of Pandu. Cha, and Eva, certainly. Kim, what? Akorvata, did they do? Sanjaya. Sanjaya. So, Dhritarashtra is asking Sanjaya, what is happening on the battle of Kurukshetra? And he's inquiring, what did his sons do? His sons are the Kauravas, and his other sons are the Pandavas. So all of them on the battlefield are his sons. The Pandavas versus the Kauravas. So Dhritarashtra is asking, what are his sons doing on the battlefield? He's asking Sanjaya.
Yeah.
Yes. So, if everybody could say the verse back to me, I'm going to repeat it back one more time. I'm going to read one line at a time, and everybody could say it back to me.
You did
Auntie Chano,
Megan?
Matiji Chano, we'll go with you first.
Hi there.
Yes.
Trying to find out if my cousin Megan is there with us.
Yes, I am. I am here. Did you say you wanted me to try first? Do it first, not try?
Yes. So I'm going to say one line first, and then Matiji Chano will go, and then you will go after. Dhritarashtra
So the first
Uvacha.
line.
Yeah. The first line is Dhritarashtra Uvacha.
Dhritarashtra Uvacha.
Dhritarashtra Uvacha.
Yeah.
Dhritarashtra Uvacha.
Yeah, and Mataji Chano got it. So it's there's an I in there, right? Where you see the R is, and there's a dot, there's an I there. So Dhrita Rashtra Uvacha.
Uvacha.
So Dhrita. Dhrita Rashtra Uvacha.
Oh, I don't have an I. But
no, it does not appear here, but since it's Sanskrit, that's how you pronounce it. Sometimes there's a word and there's an A at the end, but it's not there in the book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dhritarashtra
Yes,
Uvacha.
correct.
Right.
Next line. Dharma Kshetre Kuru Kshetre.
Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre
Dharma Kretre Kuru
Vacha.
Kuru Kshetre.
Kuru Setre.
Yes, it's the same word, Kshetre. Dharma Kshetre Kuru Kshetre. Samveta Yuyutsava.
Go ahead, sorry.
Samveta Yuyutsava.
Say that again.
Samveta Yuyutsava.
Samaveta.
Samveta. Samaveta Yuyutsava.
Samaveta Yuyutsava.
Right. Right. Next line. Mamaka Pandavas Chaiva.
Mamaka Pandavaschaiva.
Right.
Mamaka Pandava Saicheva.
Pandavas Chaiva. There's an S to Pandavas. Yeah.
Pandavas
Yes.
Saicheva.
Correct. Kim Akarvata Sanjaya.
Kim Akarvata
Kim
Sanjaya.
Kim
Yes. Kim
Akarvata
Akarvata Sanjaya.
Kim
Dharma
Akarvata.
Sanjaya.
Oh, so you're going back from the beginning now?
Yes, so we're going back from the beginning. I'm gonna just say everything and everybody's going to make a try at it. Dharma Chetre Kuru Chetre Samaveta Yuyutsava. Mamaka Pandavas Chaiva Kim Akarvata Sanjaya.
Dharma Chetre Kurukshetre Samveda Yug. Let's go, Megan.
Dharmaka Setre Kuru Setre
Megan.
Samaveta Yuyutasava.
Mamaka Pandavas Chaiva Kim Akarvata Sanjaya.
Mamaka Pandavas
Chaiva.
Pandavas Saiva. Wait. Pandavas.
Chaiva.
Okay, Pandavas Chaiva.
Right.
Pandavas Chaiva.
Yes.
Kimakurvata Sanjaya.
Right, correct. Dhritarashtra Uvacha Dharma Chetre Kuru Chetre Samaveta Yuyutsava Mamaka Pandavas Chaiva Kim Akarvata Sanjaya. And that's how you sing it. Dharma Chetre Kuru Chetre. You could sing it to your own tune, how you prefer it.
Okay.
Yeah. So anybody wants to go from the top?
The translation now.
Yeah. Somebody could read the translation. Anybody could read it.
Let's go, Megan.
Dratarsara said, O Sanjaya, tell me, what did my sons and those of Pandu do as they converged with a desire to fight in Kurukshetra, the field of Dharma?
Mataji Chana, what does your translation say?
Okay. My own says, Riya, that Dharma Chetre, Dharmaraja said to Sanjaya, gathered on the sacred soil of Kurukshetra, eager to fight. What did my sons and the sons of the Pandava do? Mine and
Right.
yours would be the same, Ria.
I have.
This
Let me. If you hold up the front of your
Gita.
book. No, I have a different book. I got this one from
Okay.
Hare Krishna Temple. What does
Okay.
your book look like, Mataji?
Megan.
The
Oh,
hardcover.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody
Uh-huh.
one would have a different
Oh,
translation.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you could take like 5 minutes and read through your purport, and then
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give you an explanation of my purport at last. So you could take a 5 minutes, everybody read through their purport, and then you tell me what is Drishtarashtra really asking, and what is Srila Prabhupada saying in the purport.
Where's the purport?
Oh,
And what is that?
There's a translation and there's a summary at the end of each verse. Do you have it in yours?
No, but I have
no.
I got a downloaded app, so let me see if I can find it in there.
Okay, no problem. Mataji Chana, you also have it.
No, my dear.
Okay.
So, I mean, even with the translation, who are the two people? Is Sanjaya Krishna, or is it Arjun? Who are who are
No.
the people?
Sanjaya is a person, he is witnessing the battle on both sides. Krishna is the one, he is repeating these verses. He is the upholder of the Dharma. He is repeating these verses to Arjuna later down in the Bhagavad Gita. Sri Krishna doesn't speak until in chapter 2. He doesn't speak in the entirety of chapter 1. He starts speaking in chapter 2. So from chapter 1 and onward to chapter 18, Sanjay is witnessing everything through his eyes. Dhritarashtra, he's a blind king. So he's not seeing that his sons are in the battlefield fighting. Because of his karma, he is blind. Many years ago, before he was born, the Dhritarashtra, he was still a king, and he's a king now in the present birth. He was going on an adventure, and there were 100 egrets in his way. And what Dhritarashtra did, he did not shoo the egrets away. He came off of his chariot. He took an arrow because he's a warrior. He took an arrow and he took the eyes off of these egrets, these white egret birds. And he was then cursed that when he borns back in his other birth, his sons would die on the battlefield just like the egrets, and he would be a blind king. And when Dhritarashtra was born back now, he became blind, and his wife also, she covered her eyes in order to be committed to him, to not to see. So Dhritarashtra, he's asking Sanjaya, what is happening on the battlefield since he can't see, right? And what they're doing, what are they fighting for? So you could read your translation there from your PDF.
It says, "O Sanjaya, tell me, what did my sons and those of Pandu do as they converged with a desire to fight in Kurukshetra, the field of Dharma?"
Yes. So mine says, Dhritarashtra said, O Sanjaya, after assembling in the place of pilgrimage at Kurukshetra, what did my sons and the sons of Pandu do, being desirous to fight? So the two armies, they were on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. They were well prepared to fight the war, and Dhritarashtra is asking Sanjaya what were they doing on the battlefield, as I keep repeating that. So why was he asking that question? He's asking that question because he's blind and he's fond of his own sons, right? He was the king of Hastinapur. So these brothers, they were fighting over the throne of Hastinapur, and they were the sons of Pandu. So Pandu and Dhritarashtra, they were brothers. So that's basically chapter 1, verse 1.
So they're cousins on the battlefield.
Yeah.
Yes, they are cousins on the battlefield.
Okay.
That's correct. So I could read you my purport that Srila Prabhupada has from the Bhagavad Gita, since he wrote the Bhagavad Gita. If someone is fortunate enough to understand the Bhagavad Gita in that line of disciplic succession without motivated interpretation, then he surpasses all studies of Vedic wisdom and all the scriptures of the world. One will find the Bhagavad Gita all that is contained in other scriptures, but the reader will also find things which are not to be found elsewhere. That is the specific standard of the Gita. It is a perfect science because it is directly spoken by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. The topics discussed by Dhritarashtra and Sanjaya, as described, form the basic principle for this great philosophy. It is understood that the battle evolved on Kurukshetra, which is the name of the battlefield, which is a sacred place of pilgrimage from the immemorial time of the Vedic age. It is spoken by the Lord when he is present personally on this planet for the guidance of mankind. So Sri Krishna states here in the Bhagavad Gita that this Gita here, and this speech that he's presenting on the battlefield is for the guidance of mankind. The word alone, Dharma Kshetre, is a religious place where rituals are performed. So any religious institution could be a Dharma Kshetre, because Dharma Kshetre means a place where religious rituals are performed. It is significant because on the battlefield, Krishna was present on the side of Arjuna. Dhritarashtra, the father of the Kurus, was highly doubtful about the possibility of his son's ultimate victory. Now, I told you about Dhritarashtra being, he was cursed. Dhritarashtra being cursed, right?
Mhm.
So, Dhritarashtra, the father of the Kurus, Pandus, Dhritarashtra and Pandu brothers, and Dhritarashtra's sons are known as the Kauravas. Pandu's sons are the Pandavas. So you have the Pandus and the Kurus. So Dhritarashtra, he was very doubtful about his sons winning victory of the throne, because both sons, they are fighting for the battle of Kurukshetra on the field for the throne of Hastinapur. So we lost Mataji Chanu there. Yes. So
Hopefully they'll come back in. Let me text and see.
yes, I'm going to continue.
Thank you.
In his doubt, he inquired from his secretary Sanjaya. So we learn here that Sanjaya is the secretary of Dhritarashtra. What did my son and the son of Pandu do? So he was confident in both of his sons, and the sons of his younger brother Pandu were assembled in the field of Kurukshetra for a determined engagement of the war. Still, his inquiry is insignificant. He did not want a compromise between the cousins and brothers. So we could see Dhritarashtra's heart. He did not want the war. He did not want the battle to occur between the two brothers, because he already know from his past that his sons, which are the Kurus, would die on the battlefield. And by the hands of who? By the hands of the Pandavas and Sri Krishna. That's basically it. It goes on. Prabhupada goes on to talk about the Vedas and so on. And
So-
he speaks more of Dharma Kshetri.
So is Arjun a Kuru, correct? He's not a Pandava.
No, Arjuna, he is a Pandu. So you have the three Pandus and the two other came. There's five of them that were on the battlefield. There are the three Pandu brothers, the Pandavas brothers, and there's two of the sons. So we have Arjuna, Nakul, Sahadev, Yudhishthir, and Bhim. So Yudhishthir, Bhim, and Arjuna, they're the three brothers, and Nakul and Sahadev are the sons of Arjuna. Yeah.
I'll
So
get that.
those were the five. Yeah.
Mhm.
Those five were fighting and for the throne of Hastinapur with Sri Krishna, who was Arjuna's side, but it's the Pandavas or the Kauravas. So Arjuna was on the Pandava side. It's Arjuna, Bhim, and Sahad. Arjuna, Bhim, and Yudhishthir. They were the three brothers, and Nakul and Sahadev are the sons of Arjuna. So those five were on the battlefield with Sri Krishna against the thousands and thousands of Kauravas.
So the fight is the whole battle, or the battle right now, is the fight for the throne, correct?
Or yes, the fight for the throne of Hastinapur.
Okay, to rule, to be able to rule.
Right.
Now, my book says here the field of Dharma. Is just that a location, or is there a description that Sanjaya, who I'm gonna like in my head think is the narrator of this right now?
Yes. Yes. So Dharma Kshetri is the land on where they're fighting on.
Okay.
So it's a religious battlefield. We should wrap up there, or if you guys like, we could discuss a bit more on your questions.
I'm very grateful that you're joining us and doing this. I'm looking forward to learning more, and yeah, I'm on the path, and this is part of it. So I appreciate your being here and teaching.
It definitely is an enlightening journey for me also. I read out the Bhagavad Gita, but I have never read each Sanskrit verse. So this is also going to be an accomplishment for me to read each verse. If we could do it every Thursday.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah.
Yes. One verse a piece, that would be great. Yeah.
Yes.
That'd be nice. We'll go with that. One verse.
And the wonderful thing about it is that when you read one verse and you go to a next verse, you don't know where the knowledge comes from, but it just enlightens you on the spot, and you feel as if you knew this from before. This is how good the Bhagavad Gita is when you start to read it.
We are remembering.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
We're
Because
remembering
the
from
Bhagavad
past
Gita
verses.
is all about your everyday life, whatever you have to accomplish, how you can go about do things and so on. It's all here in this little book. And this is the only text can be found in any library. Am I correct, Ria?
You're correct.
Any library? Okay, thank you. This is the only one. The Srimad Bhagavad Gita.
I think one of our goals as women is to be able to share this. So if we can reach more people, that would be really great. At some point, if we want to invite other people in, that'll be fine. But I think for now, just having the three of us and holding space to repeat the verse and talk about it. Or the four of us. We're missing Sarah tonight, but the four of us, I think. All right. So next Thursday at 8:00.
Yes. See you next Thursday.
All right, and thank you. Have a good night.
Likewise.
You too. Good night. Hare Krishna.
Bye. Hari Bol. Megan, you guys say Hare Krishna too.
Oh, I'm gonna say Hare Krishna.
Hare
And I learned you have to say I could say Harry Bowl. I like saying Harry Bowl better.
Yeah,
Oh, you like
Haribo.
saying Haribo.
Yes, because
Haribo.
I learned I have to do this.
Mhm.
Can I
Mhm.
say it?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
You
You
open
can
up your
say Hare
arms, you
Krishna
surrender
or
your ego.
Haribo. Right.
Wait, say that one more time.
Hare
Haribo.
Krishna. Haribo.
Hare Krishna, Hare Bowl. So I learned this is
Right.
translated. This says, "Say the name of the Lord." Correct?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Yeah. So Hare Bowl.
Haribo.
Haribo.
Yeah.